All right, let's cross over to the weather wall. We're joined by Pamela Zonke from the weather desk. Pamela, thank you for being with us. So has the storm hit yet? What's expected tonight?
At the moment, Francis, it's just sitting to the southwest of the country, but we are expecting it to make landfall this evening, where we're expecting, particularly for that southwestern coastline and a bit of that adjacent interior, an 80% chance of showers and rain for this evening.
And talk about how big this is. We're hearing flash flooding, hail, gale force winds, stay indoors, don't go to school tomorrow. Give us a sense of the magnitude.
Yeah, it is definitely a little bit of everything. If I can show you through to tomorrow. So we've got this front, it's going to make landfall today, but tomorrow there's a secondary development behind this front. So there's another cold front that's moving through towards the southwestern Cape. So as it moves through tomorrow, we're going to have a band of scattered to widespread showers and rain. And with it as well, because the temperatures are going to be very cold, we are expecting some snow as well. That's one of the things that people can expect, especially for the western Cape mountains for tomorrow, as well as the extreme southern parts of the northern Cape. So places like Sutherland are expecting some snowfall as well. So it is going to be quite an intense system. I think also because of the secondary development, that's why it's going to be quite hard hit for this area. And if I can indicate to you, like you said earlier, there is gale force that's expected for this evening, already looking at about winds pumping at about 65 to 90 kilometers per hour along that southwestern coastline. But tomorrow, that's when everything is sort of happening. We've got gale force as well happening over the western interior, and ahead of the front, because it's so dry, we've got northwesterly winds. We're also expecting high fire danger conditions over the central interior of the country. But that 100% we were talking about, we're looking at heavy rainfall expected over the central regions and also the western parts of the Western Cape.
So if you live in those areas where there's heavy rain, there's huge concern about wetlands, about informal settlements. So that's actually a very dangerous zone there.
It is, definitely. And I think the one thing that we don't consider in places like this, if you're living in an informal settlement, we're expecting wet, cold and also windy conditions. That's wind chill. A lot of people, there is a danger of hypothermia in those areas. Because it's informal settlements with the gale force, you can get some roofs that get uprooted, and I mean, for anyone to get debris landing on them, that is a major concern in that area. Not forgetting the floods that can come with the heavy rain. We've got a lot of runoff because it's been so dry in the Western Cape that not a lot of the water is going to seep into the ground. So a lot of it is going to cause runoff, going to get that localized flooding.
All right, so maybe a good thing to close schools tomorrow. This is really bittersweet for Cape Town because as heavy rain is what's needed. How much rain will there be? Will it contribute to helping towards alleviating the drought?
Unfortunately, it's not going to alleviate it because they were sitting at about 11% in terms of the dam levels. But it will, however, bring about 50 millimeters of rain accumulated for 24-hour period. And over the southwestern interior, so spreading to places like Vredendal, we're expecting in the region of about 20 to 30 millimeters. It's something, it's not what we're expecting to relieve the drought, but it's really at this stage it's needed.
We've run out of time. Just tell me, when does this all end? Where does it move? Outline the week for us very quickly.
Okay, so we're expecting this moving through for the rest of the country on Thursday, but Friday is the day when we're starting now to get clear conditions. But we do have a high pressure that's going to push in quite a lot of cold conditions, so we're going to get very cold conditions over the southern interior. Gauteng itself expecting to reach maximum of about 16, 17 degrees looking at the end of the week. So it's going to be quite a chilly one for us here in the north as well.
All right, even here in Gauteng. Thank you so much, Pamela Zonke from the weather desk. And let's look at the bigger climate issue. And we are going to speak in a moment or two about Environmental Day that was yesterday.